guys, welcome back to the Loud House. Today we wanted to interact with you more, so we're going to be diving into some questions from our followers.
So every Thursday we have We So Live Thursdays, and we take questions from our followers every 8 p.m. So guys, check that out as well. But we have a couple of questions that we are going to get into.
Shout out to our followers and anyone else who put in any questions. If you hear your question or anything like that, you know, just on this video when we post it, drop a comment, be like, yo, that's my question. Like, whatever y'all want to do. But thank y'all, we really appreciate it.
I'll just go first. I'll grab. Can you be addicted to weed? I think you can. On TikTok, I see like a couple of like videos of people that say like they've been smoking like every day for like the past like couple of years. Me personally, I wouldn't. I like to take breaks and like give myself like some time to build some type of tolerance.
So to me, I feel like that's not an addiction though. If you feel like you can take a break, that's not.
But if you come back to it,
Right.
okay. Well,
Addiction is hard.
I'm on the other side of the fence. I do think you can get addicted to anything. Really, you can get addicted to caffeine. But I think weed is easier to wean off of versus like other harsher, you know, narcotics and whatnot. Even alcohol.
Yeah, I think that, like you said, you can get addicted to anything, but to me, like weed, if you can wean yourself off of it and, you know, give that break, stop, it's, you know, at least at that point, where they try to compare an addiction to, like, you know, most things are like hard drugs and things like that. I don't feel like you can compare that to weed. Like, most people that do smoke weed already know, like, yes, we can have our times where we really, you know, want it and want to, you know, keep going, whatever. But we do have our times where we can stop and we can just put it down.
Right. It's just a habit.
Yeah,
Because
habit.
it's something that you don't want to break, and you love the feeling of it, but you're not addicted.
That's what I say, but what's that called?
I definitely think,
What is that called?
I definitely think that weed is an addiction. I just feel like the addiction isn't as strong. Weed isn't as addictive. It has physically addictive properties. And when you start to develop a pattern, it becomes, you know, a mental thing. Versus like nicotine, mentally, you're addicted to it. There are chemicals and receptors that your body craves, type of thing.
It's like you have
There
to
are
have
things from weed that a person's body may physically, you know, crave, but there isn't all those like chemicals that, you know, cause
Altering your
Right,
brain
yeah.
to think
Like
function a
coffee.
certain way.
Without it, you get a headache. I don't even feel that shit with me.
Yeah. You don't
Right.
really feel like a lot of like negative side effects from weed.
Just groggy.
Yeah,
Hazy.
hungry.
Hungry. It's a stress relief, honestly.
Okay. All right. So my question is it okay to hang out with your girl best friend? I'm assuming this was asked from a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
I mean, if you even have to ask that, you need to ask your significant other.
True.
Honestly, everybody has their own preference. For me, if you've been mentioning this girl from the get-go, from the jump, I have no business to tell you not to fuck with her. Who am I? You know, I just came. So, if this friend all of a sudden just became your best friend while we're fucking with each other, then you got something else going on. I'm your best friend.
There you go. That's that part.
So, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I was really gonna say the exact same thing. That's
Can I ask, to put this context, question in context?
Yes. We need your
Videographer
Right.
visual in the back.
So, what is the premise of the relationship? Like, is it dating, girlfriend, boyfriend, or is it just somebody talking best friend?
No, I think that
I'm pretty sure
talk
they
about
have
like
girlfriends.
girlfriend.
Yeah, this has to be a relationship type of thing for me.
I just want to make sure, I'm
That's a
putting context in the question because, you know.
Right.
But if you're
That's
talking, don't tell me who I can and can't do.
Yeah.
You're not my boyfriend.
Well, I have a boy best friend. Like that's my best friend. Like period. And we were best friends before he started dating his current girlfriend, and they've been dating since high school. So in the beginning, we never done anything that isn't platonic. Like that's my best friend. No sexual shit, no nothing. I really look at that nigga as a brother. But it's always like my mom, like, oh, so you like him?
Yeah.
Like, what's up? Doesn't he have a girlfriend? Like, why are you guys so close? Why are you so this? It's like we're literally just friends. I don't know, like, if it's like a generational thing where people think like you can't be friends with the opposite sex. type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like if you were best friends before the relationship happened, then I feel like it shouldn't be a problem.
I don't fuck with that shit. Kind of like what Jill and Maya said, like, just ignore this happening. Yeah, I'm a little tangled right now. But nah, like, who am I to say who you can and cannot be friends with? At the end of the day, we're adults. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I should have to monitor your every move and or who you're dealing with, you know, on a regular basis, friendships, work acquaintances and whatnot. I should feel like I should be able to trust you, regardless of what's going on. But if I'm being real, I'm gonna be skeptical, just because in the past, shit like that has literally happened. Like, you know, the best friend, not even 5 seconds after me and so-and-so are finished, boom, now that whole thing. So it's like, yeah, for me, like, don't think I'm not gonna think something of it. Like, yeah. But I'm not gonna be someone that's like pressing you about it, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I have a story, a short story, very short. Because honestly, I was honestly in that same boat where I had a best friend for like a couple years, and then he had told me that he liked me, and I was like, whoa, let's not go there. And then it was his freshman year, and I was still in middle school, so I didn't get to see him like that. So then I remember like somebody telling me, oh, he go with such and such. I said, oh, hell no. So all of a sudden, you know, I start flirting with him back and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't care because he liked me first. But I'm like, this is crazy because this is supposed to be my best friend. I shouldn't have like all these feelings. But yeah, we ended up doing some terrible things. It wasn't terrible, but yeah, he was still going with the girl. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, you know, some news and stuff got sent.
And see, that's what brings me to my point.
Alright.
I'm not against my significant other having a girl best friend, but I just need to know the intentions behind their relationship, their friendship, whatever you want to call it. Like, did you guys, mutually meet on being friends, or was this, oh, I used to like you, but we didn't keep it that way, but we decided to just get close?
Yeah, that's all I see.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Our house is on fire. We'll be right back.
The house is on fire.
Going
Alright, so back to what I was saying, yeah. I feel like I need to know the intentions behind your relationship with her. Because if y'all liking each other beforehand and y'all we just didn't work out in that way, so now we're just super close and we're like best friends now. And to me, it's like, no, and even on her end, like, she may really be into you.
Right.
And you may not even know it, but I need you to make sure you are aware of what her intentions are behind your relationship and your friendship before y'all
Okay, so what's your point?
get to that point.
So the next question is, do you use sex toys when your nigga ain't acting right?
Very interesting. Very specific.
I mean, even if he is acting right, gonna take care of me. I mean, like,
I'm gonna do me regardless.
right? Basically.
Yeah.
What about
I'm
y'all?
using the thinker card.
Honestly, I am still going to experience, I guess. What would you call it? I haven't used.
Oh yeah, you want one.
Yeah. I still gotta go to the sex store, y'all. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna say I don't have to use them, like, being involved with somebody. But I guess the question saying when they're like not around, if it comes to that point, I mean, that's kind of what they're there for. Like, if I want to please myself in that way, why not get to it? But of course, if your person's there, and I feel like if they are there, I don't have no problem just having sex with my person.
I mean, I'm gonna use it like literally.
Alright, so my question, y'all, do females really fuck with hood niggas?
I feel like half the females that say they do don't really know like what a real hood nigga is.
What it entails.
Yeah, and what it's like. a lot of the times I feel like bitches just be saying that shit just for like the cloud and cause it sounds good, like yeah, I want, you know what I mean? But it's like in reality, you want a nigga that is not weak, I guess. You know, shows some assertiveness, some dominance, but ain't scared when you go in the hood, you know. What?
I say also, I feel like niggas know the difference between a hood nigga and a street nigga.
Yes,
Like,
there we go. Yes.
like, niggas in the streets is really about that work.
Yeah.
That's really
If
different.
a nigga
Yes.
from the hood, you know,
Yeah.
it's a little different.
Yeah, like,
if
you
you're
maneuver.
from the hood, you know,
Yeah.
you're not the hood.
I guess. I was thinking either way. I don't know why I just affiliate a hood nigga with a street nigga because you're gonna see those two
Yeah,
cross paths.
I think they do.
But they're not moving the same.
I was about to say, but at the same time, I feel like a hood nigga, okay, I don't know, hood, street, whichever one really moving at work, like they want to stay in that lifestyle.
Yeah.
That is their lifestyle, and they don't see anything beyond that. You feel me? They've gotten comfortable with what they do, where they at, how they, not all, but some.
Yeah.
Hey, some be working to try to get out of that shit. You feel
Yeah.
me? Get better,
That's different.
elevate in life. Others don't. No, that's the difference.
My homeboy was like, my homeboy said the same thing. He was like, oh, every girl wants like a hood nigga, like a nigga that's gonna swipe them visas and da da da. And he brought up like the city girl lyric, and I was like, when I say like city girl lyrics, when I say that, I don't think of like a hood nigga. I think of a nigga that has like ambitions and goals, like wants to do shit with his life, like swipe them visas, yes, because you on your shit, like you have enough money because you're doing something that you want to do type shit.
I feel like it kind of goes back in like stereotypes, like, and like one of the ways to make it out of the hood, you know, is either selling drugs, playing ball, or rapping. And so that's just one of the ways they see it, and that's where they see people have money that way. And so when people kind of equate that money, that's just the way they see how people can get it.
I don't have time to be holding no weight at my house for you. I'm not about to
Deal with police.
You feel me? And you on probation and shit like that. I don't have time for that.
House arrest.
Where I'm going in life, I can't hold that down. That is not part of my life. So,
And they have to make like sacrifice, like they're in jail. You
Girl,
and then they want you to still move work for their ass. I'm not doing that.
I'm not moving shit
Bro,
for you. I'm not touching a case for you.
That's like that one rapper that was like just trending on Twitter like what 2 weeks ago, Honeycomb Crazy. Whoever he beefing with or have beef with went and killed his grandparents.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Set the house on fire.
Yeah, I see that.
Well, there was an oxygen tank that got hit
Yeah.
by stray bullets and blew up.
Yeah.
Either way, why he shooting at grandparents' house?
Right, they still going to kill
You
them.
don't care if you shooting
don't
at somebody's
care how
grandparents'
they die.
house. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Now they just feel
But
even.
now that makes me think, like, what if their intent, actually, I'm not trying to justify it, but like, what if the intent was just to like scare him a little bit, and then like it made like, oh
He
wait,
FaceTimed him.
The point is,
He FaceTimed
supposed to
him.
do that.
Yes. He FaceTimed him and showed him the house
Oh yeah.
on fire.
Wow.
Like, that's some sick shit. I don't want to ever beef with somebody or have that kind of animosity
I don't have
ever in my
that
life.
Cause
Ever.
you ain't clear.
Yeah.
Oh.
That goes back to like
but also, a street dude, since you clarified that, you know, a street dude, the way you move, it does definitely matter to me. But a hood dude, like, I'm not gonna judge you off of where you're from. You feel me? That's very shallow to me. Like, you never know what can come out of the hood. I've just seen a lot of diamonds in the rough. You feel me? So females do like hood dudes, but we also like responsible men who are accountable for their actions and move with integrity. So
Yeah.
Very well said.
I was just gonna say that for me, like street niggas is not a thing for me because, like you said, like there's people that really want to stay within that. I'm not up for that because, especially being somebody who eventually wants a family, who wants children, who wants, you know, someone they're coming home to, and you're away, you're in jail, you can't even come home to me, whatever. Besides that, but it's just like, do you think about what you really have? You know, do you really care about what you have? Because if you have kids, you have your family and all that, you're not going to do nothing to jeopardize your, you know, that.
Right.
So I feel like with street niggas, like y'all are okay with jeopardizing that stuff. Y'all don't care about it for real, and I'm not up for that.
I always want a bitch to hold you down. No.
I feel like it's just like, it's just the way that they get to the point that they want to get to. You feel me? That,
Yeah.
okay, that point of elevation, you know, just either, whether it's having more money or having a better house or a better car, you know, being in better circumstances, it's just how they get there. For me, you know, like the illegal activity, the why I gotta worry about you being on the news from a high speed chase. Like, no, none of that shit.
Right,
For real, none of that.
I feel like at a certain age, you gotta just let some shit go.
Thank you.
45 and you still doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes. And I know motherfucker.
El Chapo.
I do.
See, like, okay, so like that. But you gotta think, like, niggas like El Chapo, they're not doing
Yeah.
small scale shit.
Yeah, yeah.
They
I
doing
get that.
there's levels to the shit.
Yeah,
Honestly.
there are levels.
That's a street
There are
levels.
levels.
We
But
don't.
he
we
cut
don't-
anyway. He got the
we don't
money
need
to
it.
cut.
Hey, that's a cartel nigga right
Yeah.
there.
That's what I was
A
saying.
cartel.
A cartel nigga is different. Just
Different.
know if he ever get caught, I don't want no business.
I don't
with
know
him.
you.
I don't know
Who
you.
are you?
El Chapo
I don't
wife said she
know.
didn't know nothing.
I don't know this man.
El Chapo wife.
We're not even married. I don't know what papers or nothing.
You feel?
Hey, that was mine.
I mean, but El Chapo can quit too. Like, that nigga got enough money. Like, he had enough money, he could relax.
Is he going to?
I mean, he's.
But that's the thing, though. I feel like we
Oh,
should
yeah.
make once
Yeah.
you see how easy it
No,
is.
he's not.
I thought it.
He's in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, he's down. Oh, okay. I couldn't
You think of Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Chapo. That's
Okay.
different.
Wait, is it two different people?
Yes, it is.
Because he just escaped from prison. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Out and
that's
about.
wild.
Hey, El Chapo.
Hey, we don't know our cartel. We don't.
Okay.
Niggas
Okay.
say Quito.
Alright, so my question, are gifts important in a relationship?
If,
Yeah.
if acts of service is like your significant other's love language, then yes, technically gifts would be important. Well, no, acts of service is completely different. Gifts in general, I feel like make a relationship a bit more special. It shows the person that you appreciate them, but I don't think it's necessarily needed.
I feel like it's the thought that counts in a lot of things. Like, you can do something very small. Dollar Tree ain't nothing but $1 for certain shit. You can get me a card, write in it, and be like, babe, you know, I just really love you. Okay.
I'm crying. I'm crying. I'm down my nose right now.
For real, for real. I would cheese from ear to ear with that.
Yeah. I feel like gifts are important. Let's just say, because it doesn't have to be like big expensive shit. But just like you're in Publix and you see flowers on sale and you're like, let me just get this for my girlfriend. Oh, she had a rough week. Let me write her a card and give her like a message, like a gift card for like a massage and shit. Like, just basic simple shit. It doesn't have to be
nothing
the biggest
expensive.
shit.
Yeah, to me, it's more so like a gift. It's more so just like your act of like giving something to someone. So like it don't have to be even like something bought to me. Like just even if I'm the person that always cooks, and you know you came home. You thought about me. Like, you know what? I know she's been having a rough week this week. I'm gonna go ahead and have dinner ready and everything set up. Stuff like that is a gift to me because it's just like it doesn't have to be a materialistic thing. You know, it's just showing your appreciation, showing that I thought about you. You know, that's what I like. So I feel like yes, they are important. Show your significant other, you know, why the things you say, such as I love you and I miss you, why do those things, you know, matter to you?
I mean, they all pretty much touched it. I'm a very simple person. I'm a simple girl. Really don't ask for much at all. So it's just like I'm never gonna be the person to tell you to get me something ever, because whatever I want, I can get for myself. But I want to see the initiative that you take to show your appreciation for me. You know, just like they said, it really can be the simplest thing. Write on a piece of paper, babe, I love you. Babe, you know, you're the best, whatever. You know, like, and I'm be in my room bawling, crying, because you love me, you know? Like, that's really all it takes. But I don't think, I guess I would say that gifts are necessary, but they don't have to be like the over extravagant, you know, super expensive kind of gifts.
It's the small shit.
So, what's your opinion on campus statistics of sexual assault?
Phew. I don't think it's handled the way it should be at all. Especially,
I feel like that's sexual assault in general.
yeah,
You don't feel it?
yeah.
Because honestly, I can't really like go back to like campus statistics because I don't know the statistics. But with sexual assault in general, I feel like a lot of times it's very downplayed. Like when it comes to, especially like say a woman comes out a couple years later, people be like, oh, she lying, why she ain't come out in the beginning? Like there's been many reasons why somebody doesn't come out in the beginning when they're first going through a traumatic experience, especially not to strangers. People don't even know how to bring it up. So like you said, yeah, I feel feel like a lot of times people just whatever, and it's very serious. Like somebody was violated in a very serious matter, and it shouldn't be played with. Like in places you get your head cut off, and that's what I strongly feel like should be happening. Motherfuckers' dick should be on the side of the road.
Rolling down Lafayette Street. But honestly, you know, kind of like, well, last summer I know was a summer where a lot of, it was kind of like that around the time where like the start of COVID, you know, everyone was in quarantine, everyone was pretty much, you know, in the house or should be. But like over the summer, there were a lot of allegations coming out from like everywhere, and so I was just like, damn, out of just us being at FAM for like, you know, this period of time, I've never heard this many allegations in one summer. You feel me? And these are like allegations from years ago, a month ago. This shit just happened type shit, and it's just like that. It got brushed off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I didn't see any repercussions, any consequences, any nothing. Like I see rapists in the club. I've seen people that have been accused of, you know, sexually assaulting people still out in public living freely. You feel me? With no guilt. Who am I to say how they feel about it? But quite frankly, anything in regards to sexual assault, especially for women, men included, I don't think it's handled in the way that it should be.
I don't think men are taken like half as serious as women get taken, and
Yeah.
even women don't get taken serious. And to be quite frank, I was completely alarmed at the sexual assault statistics on campus. Like, I didn't know that literally in any class I can be in, I can really pick out at least like 2 to 3 people who've been sexually assaulted or raped or violated in some way or sexually harassed. You feel me? I don't think that it should be as normal as it is. I don't think that people should be walking free, just like she said. I don't feel like people should have to go through it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact that when we come into school as freshmen, we do have like orientation and things where they come, they talk to you. You have the police seminars and things. Yeah, the police. You'll have people that work for the school, staff members and stuff that come and talk to you about the sexual assault and things that go on at the campus. And I feel like a lot of stuff like that don't get taken very seriously, but they'll tell you really should not be walking around campus by yourself. You shouldn't be going to parties by yourself. A lot of girls, you know, it was one time we were at a party ourselves, and then there was this young girl, she was there with people, but she told us she barely knew the girls, and they left her. Yeah, so we're all at this party. Yeah, I'm with my group of friends that I trust and things like that, but she was so vulnerable to a point where, you know, she probably was under the influence, she's hanging, but she's having a good time, but she's so vulnerable to the fact that now you have introduced yourself to us strangers, yes, us being females, but you don't even know who we are.
Right.
You know, we can easily do something to you, but like I said, it's just, you just have to know to be aware at all times. Like every little situation could turn into something that could be dangerous for you.
Right.
For real. Even though we're a group of girls, you know, and she was a young lady herself, but
Yeah, you don't know.
you never know.
Everyone's true colors.
Right, so be careful. Like they warn us for a reason when we're here. They really warn you.
Says, how do you feel about your significant other going days without speaking to you? You basically need to, or basically they need their space. I can definitely start that one off. I feel like it shouldn't be days. Like sometimes I feel like we need our me days. Like it might take a day, 24 hours to yourself, but if you're genuinely going days without speaking to a person, that kind of shows how you prioritize them in your life. And I feel like just like it's human nature to kind of prioritize your significant other just because that's your significant other. So like you can't even check in, hi, bye, or how are you? You know, that's kind of weird in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Like a 3-second conversation, a little FaceTime call, like there's no reason we should be going days without speaking to each other. Like why are you that busy?
I just feel like if you can't even, or at least if I can't call you real quick and just check to see how you're doing because you may need that time to yourself, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like I don't care. Days without talking to me, we're not together. That's just that because imagine you have a husband and a wife. I know they be having like separate rooms and shit. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But like for you to just be like, you know, I'm not gonna talk to my wife for a couple days. Who the fuck? We're not in this marriage like that. So yeah, I don't know about that.
Right.
Just being honest.
Well, like, I get that people need like some time for themselves, but I think if we're in a relationship, I don't think it could go a day without talking. Even if you don't want to have a full-on conversation, just a check-in, just so I know like everything's straight, everything's okay, and everything's good. Just for the reassurance, you know?
Right.
But yeah, I'm a person that allows if my man wants to go like in the room, play his game, just vibe, he could do that. I'll be in my room on my phone chilling. But I think you have to know like your partner does need some space because everyone needs space.
Everyone needs space.
To just like regroup. Yeah. And talk to yourself a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I've been in a position where it's like gone longer than that, and it ate me alive. So it was like, you know, if first of all, it's different if we're dating, in a relationship, and married. It's different.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now for dating, I'm not gonna have the same expectations that I would if we were in a whole relationship. So I'm not gonna press you. You feel me? Just like what Bree said, how much you communicate with me and vice versa will show, you know, how you prioritize me in your life. So I'm gonna do my part. I will reach out. I will communicate. I'll see, you know, I'll check in and everything like that. But if it's not reciprocated, then that's just not okay with me. And kind of just like what Maya said, like it doesn't even have to be a full-on conversation. Just a simple check-in with me is the bare minimum, which is enough. You know, but it's like the bare minimum is so fucking hard.
Right.
Sometimes
Right.
I don't get it.
Gosh.
I don't understand. But that speaks volumes, you know.
It does. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Answer.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not the one to talk to, so okay. Let me get the fuck on.
Right.
What?
But don't expect it to be there
What?
when you want to talk.
What you have to say?
I was gonna say, I was told one time like dudes will get away with what you let them get away with. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
allow them not
exactly.
to speak to you, or if you allow them to treat you a certain kind of way, that's how
That's what I was gonna say.
the situation will be. It's all based on how like what you let them do.
I mean, for me, I've definitely been trying to practice this a lot more, especially because I have a habit of kind of just keeping things to myself. But I like to establish my intentions, what I do and do not like, off rip. Okay, I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. I'm not, like I said, we're adults, we're not children, and I'm not dealing with a child. And if I am, let me go. Let me go.
I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just say that. Why aren't you talking? Like my thing is, if you can go every day talking to me, what makes these days or that day so different? Because you can have your days where you know you may not be feeling yourself or whatever, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna let my man like just kind of. I guess maybe because I'm a little clingy. Like if you don't want to talk to me, I'm gonna ask you why. That ass, like why don't you want to talk to me? Like because I feel like. Not saying you just can't have an answer, like you may just go, oh, I just don't want to, but like I said, what makes that day or those few days so different from any other day, you know? And I feel like if you're saying, I'm taking a break because of I need space, then you need to communicate that, but you don't just distance and expect me not to say something or want to communicate like, hey, I noticed this, or I noticed you're kind of being a little off. What's up? What's wrong? Let's talk. And that's me. I'm a talker, so I'm going to want to talk to you. And now if you're distancing yourself, you don't want to talk to me. Now I feel like I did something. Now I feel, I feel like maybe I'm the issue. But the whole point is to communicate so that your person isn't left with no type of assumption of anything. You need to reassure and give them that understanding that, hey, I am okay, but I just need to get me together. And that's okay. That is okay. But you just have to communicate that.
Right.
Because I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Like all you have is your word. Keep that.
Literally,
Keep
all you
that.
have is your word.
All
We cannot respect you if you don't hold your word.
Because if you can't keep that, everything you say is bullshit.
I'll do it.
Literally.
But
Literally. But
yeah, I was just gonna say it's really unacceptable for somebody to not verbalize with you, why they may be probably taking a break. I don't know. To me, I just feel like you said, communicate.
Yeah.
Tell me what's going on.
and
Real quick, and you don't gotta go with that.
I wanted to make a comment, kind of like what I've been in a position where like the person I was dealing with, you know, they just explained to me that they didn't want to burden me with everything that they have going on. You know, they don't want to burden me with all of their issues, all of their problems, their emotions, and I'm like, listen, if I'm in a relationship with you, I'm here, like I'm all in. You feel me? There's no need for you to feel like you have to shut yourself out to deal with the shit on your own. Because, you know, we all deal with shit that we don't really talk about on a regular basis, which is fine. But, you know, the person that you're dating, the person that you're in a relationship with, you would hope that eventually, you know, if y'all don't break up, y'all are going the long run. So it's like you want to fix that shit in its early stages before you like get into a marriage. But now you're like 20 years married and y'all don't talk about shit. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Because it's like, if you're not talking to me for all these days, who the fuck are you talking to? I know damn well.
You talking to God?
We were all thinking it.
You talking to God? Because he hear you. I don't.
Talking to the pastor.
Hello?
Call him.
Somebody call me.
I might turn on. Sorry, people, I might turn.
Okay.
So, what's y'all opinion on sex on the first date? So, honestly, we all grown. Fuck if you want to fuck. It's not my pussy, it's your pussy. I mean, just know what you're doing with it. You know what I mean?
What about you?
For me,
Yes, girl. It says y'all.
it says
It's talking to you.
For me,
Yes, you want your opinion.
damn. Well, it's gonna sound like I'm a hoe, but I'm not a hoe. Honestly, hey, when it comes to no, but for real, it depends on the person. Like, if y'all been talking prior for a little while, and you starting to get to know them, and if you know what their status is, and they're truthful, and you really trust them, and you're really horny, go ahead. Yeah. Because you gotta be really horny to really fuck on the first date, I feel like. Because it's like, you just couldn't wait.
Wait a minute. Is this like, are we saying first date or are we saying first link?
First date.
First date.
I feel like the first
I feel like it's equivalent to
yeah,
first date.
yeah.
Yeah. Like the first time you're with that person. in
Nah, if
person.
I'm just going to your house, that's not a date. You already knew it was gonna happen, I guess.
Well, yeah.
I
mean, first date is like, honestly,
To me,
I feel
first
like that
date,
could be
first
a
date.
first link. I feel like
I mean, that's the first time y'all getting together in person, so
I feel like first date is like,
everybody don't go on dates. If I'm being real,
Yeah.
like everyone does not go on dates. Dating, I feel like literally, like the act of going out, doing something. Like I feel like everyone doesn't do that off rip. You know, like
Yeah.
maybe like first link ups, hang out. I think that's like equivalent to like first dates.
Yeah, I think that's how I was seeing it. Because if you talk like
Yeah,
that,
I don't like
I
it.
don't
So y'all been talking prior though. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
well, if this is the first time we're like linking up or a date, personally for me, it's never happened. But I don't feel like there's an issue with it. Like she said, we're all adults, you know, like people know what they want. People come to dates knowing what they want. People come to your house knowing what they want. And most of the time the other person wants the same thing. Exactly. So if you know what you want and you made it clear and the feeling's mutual and y'all both want to have sex on the first date, I don't think, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Fucking do what y'all do.
Yep, that's
Reciprocate that energy.
That's my opinion. If it's mutual and y'all both feeling the same thing, that's up to y'all. Like, go for it. Who is anyone to tell y'all can't have sex just because this is y'all first date? Like, y'all could have talked about it prior.
Exactly.
Prior to even having sex, and it just so happened. But even if it didn't, if this is a measure of this is our first link, just be an adult about it. That's how I feel. If you feel like you want to do it with that person, communicate that to them, like so that you can understand if y'all have a mutual agreement or not.
I'm over here expecting that. Come on, let you know. Okay.
I mean, I've done it, but it's not like off rip, like just mutual. Like we've been talking for a while.
Right.
Like I'm comfortable with you. Like you done see me in my dookie braids on FaceTime type shit.
Whoa.
Like that's how comfortable I am with you, and that's when I done it.
On the first date, let's see you before that dookie race.
But yeah,
That's after you meet me for real.
Yeah, I just want it has to be like a certain comfortability. I'm not like if I don't know anything about you and we're meeting right there, right then, I'm not gonna sit on you. I don't even know what you like. I don't know what your favorite color yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got for a little minute. I'm not gonna lie for myself, but
I had some temporary situations, but you know, they probably was temporary. And I've had some quick interactions that turned into long-term situations actually too. So to me, like I said, it's just if you're agreeing with that person, that y'all may not even talk after that. I might have been in a situation where like, you know, we got things started and eventually being fresh on got things started and then didn't get anywhere really past after the encounter, to be honest. So like I said, it's just up to you. You just make sure you understand what you're getting stuff involved with when you do that.
Alright, so this is a two-parter. Do you think that sex is a benefit when it comes to friends with benefits? Or should more energy be put into those situations?
run it back for me one more time.
Okay. Do you think that sex is a benefit when it comes to friends with benefits? Or should more energy be put into those situations?
Friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits is technically supposed to just be sex.
Right.
I feel, but I don't know. You throw friends in there.
Yeah.
That's the real definition of friends with benefits.
Right.
Goes to
Okay, go ahead.
Let's go to the Urban Dictionary. Come on.
Yeah, go to Urban Dictionary.
Go
Hold
to
on.
the dictionary.
What is friends?
Friends
Because I
with
feel
benefits.
like the real benefit comes from the
company,
company,
the
the affection, the intimacy. That's what I feel like the real benefit.
It's supposed to be like no strings attached, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
But the feelings and stuff that need to stay.
So, and then they're trying to say, okay, the next part is, or should you put more energy in that situation? Like,
But why would you put more energy into
if y'all
it?
just doing friends with benefits,
Exactly.
y'all don't get it.
I'm gonna say,
Okay.
Y'all need to establish
Ready?
what y'all want.
So
first.
a friends with benefits relationship is one in which two people are physically intimate with one another, yet they are not committed to each other in any way.
Okay, so that's actually pretty broad.
Oh, here's the Urban Dictionary. Two friends who trust each other enough to engage in sexual activity without fear of hurting the other's feelings. Well, that's the scenario, but yeah. So without fear of hurting the other one's feelings.
well, I think sex is the only benefit when it comes with two friends with benefits. Like y'all are friends, yes, but if you guys, there has to be set standards in between that type of situation. Because those are usually like the type of situations that I'm in, is where we are pretty much like cordial, we talk type shit, but the only thing we get from each other is like just sex. So it can't involve feelings, because once feelings get involved, then it shifts to something more.
Right.
And then once y'all said we're just going to be having sex, when another person starts catching feelings, it fucks up the dynamic.
Right.
A lot.
So like, because I remember this question got asked on the live, and then I asked another question. So now, do you feel like there's a difference between friends with benefits and just fuck buddies?
I think
That's the same thing.
correlate. That's the same.
No, because I was gonna say so the reason why I asked that question is because when we were talking about it, I've never like been in that situation before, but the understanding that I had was that, you know, obviously friends with benefits is someone that you're benefiting from in some kind of way. But it's like when I actually listen to the phrase friends with benefits, okay, are you actually friends with that person? Do you guys actually do things outside of the sex part? Can you guys actually go to a function together? Can you guys actually like do shit as friends? Or are you guys literally just having sex? That's why I was like, okay,
What type of friend
are you a fuck buddy? Like, I just call you when I want to have sex, or are we anything else outside of this? You feel me?
Yeah, I get
That's
Well,
right.
the question, the question being like what it says, you know, can you be friends? Can you have friends with benefits, and should more energy be put behind that? So I feel like with that, if y'all are friends and y'all are like, you know, mutually agreeing, like, you know what, we do have a sexual interest in each other, and we do actually like, you know, having sex with each other. But I also like you for you. I like to hang out with you. I like to, you know, be in group settings with you because you are still my friend, you know, at the end of the day. But we just have a little bit more than what the average friends got going on. I would say, I think depending on how you want the friends with benefits to go. If you want that to just be like associate friend, you know, y'all are mutual friends or whatever, but y'all do sometimes have sex together, then okay. But if this is someone that you actually want to put a little bit more interest in, then do that. But just know that that friend may not remain just a friend no more. It might get more
That's my
involved.
thing. I just don't see it lasting ever in any situation. Like, it can go as long as you and the other person wanted to, you know, and exactly allowed. But I feel like eventually feelings will come from sex. No matter how many times people say that, like, there won't be, feelings will come from sex, whether it's the first time or the 10th time. At least one person in that situation is going to catch feelings, I feel.
Yeah.
So, should you put more energy into it? It depends. It really does. It just depends on you and that person. I understand that y'all have.
I think the energy should be more towards the friendship, like keeping this person around still as a friend.
Yeah.
Doing
But that's still where
friendship
feelings
together.
develop, though. Like,
Well, that's what in their mind. Like you can't push those feelings onto them just because y'all having sex. Because you guys were friends before you started having sex.
I'm saying, like, when you do put that extra energy in it, like, to the bond, like, the going places, being in public places, being in group settings and whatnot, you're gonna develop a bond for that person.
Yeah, because
and you're fucking you're having
that you can see as
word.
You're my boyfriend.
Right.
Because
Like, you're
Yeah,
having
that's what
sex
I'm
with
saying. Like in
Yeah,
your
that's
mind,
what I'm talking.
if you don't think of it like that, like you can like keep it pushing as like friends, like being able to be in public with each other. Because y'all know when I see beep, in public we don't speak, and that's when I call it buddy, because we don't have the type of friendship where it's in person. Like, oh.
But, like, be honest, do you want more from him? Or,
No.
like, do you feel like you settled because, like, that was what you could get from that person?
I mean, did I say no?
Hold on, bitch.
Like, I feel like some people are only okay with being friends with benefits because that's all the attention that they could get from a person, or because that person's not, like, not saying like you can't get attention or anything like that, but I'm saying like that's all that the person's willing to give. Do you feel like you just accepted it because you wanted to be around that person that much type shit, or do you feel like that's what you really want, like, in your heart? Because if he offered you more, would you take it?
In the beginning, yeah, but he kind of made it kind of evident after like the first time we had sex that he really wasn't looking for anything. He didn't voice it.
But what I'm asking about you though, if he offered you more and he was like, you know what, I want to take this to the next level with you, be honest, would you?
Look at her face.
No, because I don't have those feelings for him anymore. Like in the beginning, yeah.
But I know what you did.
Because I was like, ooh, no person, let me talk to him, see what can happen, and nothing happened.
how it happened.
So now those feelings retracted, and now I get what I want from him, which is the benefit.
The D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Girl, pass them so we can-
Oh shit. My bad. Sorry. Okay. Would y'all date? Did you say? Would you guys date your ideal? Wait. Sorry. What the fuck? Sorry. Would y'all date? You got.
Damn, nigga.
I don't know how you wrote this shit, bro.
That's-
Would you date
That's
your
not-
ideal perfect man, like
That's
your
not
ideal
what
man,
you
if he was 5'4"?
I ain't gonna
That's
lie
how
to y'all,
I
my
look
nigga
at
probably about the same height. 5'4". I'm 4'11", so what the fuck?
This question's obviously not for her.
Yeah. I'm okay with mine. Okay, let's just say that. Thank you, Jesus, for
I'm
that.
5'8", so that's literally 4 inches. Like,
I knew you.
I don't want to say like I'm literally that shallow to where height will make all that difference. Like, it's not gonna stop me from spending time with you for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna stop me from spending time with you. I'll say that.
But that's just about it.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like short niggas have to work 10 times harder just cause you. What? Why you made that? Listen, I feel like men have their challenges as well. You know, that makes it harder for them to date and or pursue women. I feel like height is one of those things.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
It depends on the short nigga. Let's just
Okay.
Okay,
Now, I'm
sure.
not saying like all short niggas like, you know, it's just a battle. I'm sure I know short niggas that are I know short niggas that are getting through the gate like it ain't nothing. But I'm 5'5", so I wouldn't want that.
That much of it is.
I wouldn't want that. I have a big ass head, so
He's perfect, but he's just that much shorter.
Girl, and then when you put heels on, you're gonna be a lot.
okay, like
Trust me.
it won't stop me from it won't stop me from like communicating with you or anything like that. But
Being in a relationship.
I will think about it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
he's short.
My family mean. They gonna.
Oh,
Yeah.
bitch. I can't say.
I was gonna say, I have a
Fire.
friend whose parents are like that. So her dad is like every bit of maybe 5'2", 5'3". He's not tall at all.
I knew it.
But
I knew
her
it.
mother is like my height, like 5'7", 5'8", and like they are so beautiful together. They are so in love.
He climbed that tree.
But that's why I was like, I congratulate him because you can tell they're genuinely in love with each other.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. For me, it would be a challenge, yes. Coming from a tall girl, because off rip, we already be looking for up here, like normal. That's just normal for us. And it kind of even sucks being a tall girl, being a tall girl and actually liking somebody that is more so like an average guy height, maybe like 5'9", in between that area, 5'10", type thing. Because it's like, you know, you may feel like as a girl, like, damn, maybe I'm a little too tall for him. Like maybe he would prefer someone a little bit shorter, but to me, that's how I feel as
It's
a.
different. Them short niggas be like to talk with me. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the ones who do. There are some that like short girls. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I would feel a little, you know, my nigga like 5'4", because like I said, I'm already tall. Like I kind of need you to be a little bit taller.
I would prefer to be taller than
I would
if
prefer.
that- Yeah.
Of course.
But if he was perfect,
It's a preference.
and he my
but,
man,
You know.
I don't care.
Right.
I don't care. That's my.
If you're my
Nah,
ideal
I don't
nigga,
care,
then
but
what
I
else
can make it
could what else could I ask for? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
Right.
wouldn't be my ideal nigga if he was 5'4".
that makes sense. 'Cause that's not your ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't look his way.
Then there's
What if he's your
Oh,
homeboy already though? And
You see me looking over him? Where your
What
home?
if he's your homie?
If he's my homie, then
You got
he's
some
my
friends?
homie.
I heard it here first. You heard that? She is not
Because
going
I've
for
been
it.
with short guys before. There's nothing wrong with it, but just for me to be, I like big body, big men. Just because I'm already like powerful in myself. I need someone that can tame me a little bit.
Get a short buff nigga.
I had a short buff nigga and he didn't. I said,
Oh, I was about to say that.
Very fast.
well, thanks for joining, guys. This was episode 2, season 1 of
The Loud House.
And yeah, check in every Thursday on our Instagram page, The Loud House Diaries, the podcast, to check out our lives every Thursday at 8 p.m.
Thank y'all for
See
joining
y'all
us.
next time.
See y'all.